Modelers who are cash starved really need to know that you don't have to spend a huge amount of money to get some really great items into your collection. Hi there everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be talking about the expense of models, or at least the fact that they don't necessarily have to be expensive. I can hear you now going, tell me more, Sensei. Well, new old stock. We've talked about this in the past, and it's something that I've done the occasional video on, and they've all gone down really well. Usually with cries from one particular individual of, no, don't tell him where I get my bargains from. But it's one of the things that's come off the back of the Hornby announcements that a lot of people really are grumbling a bit about price. We get this every year. But today I have set out to try and prove that railway modelling doesn't have to be the preserve of those with the deep pockets. And actually, on a much more restrained budget, I've gone out to see what I can find new old stock, and I've come up with a few gems to show you today to show that actually you maybe don't need to spend as much as you think. So come with me in association with Trainomatic, makers of DCC decoders and accessories that are designed by enthusiasts for enthusiasts, and with additional support from Billy's Replacement Speakers, who very kindly allowed the use of their logo for a range of t-shirts, hoodies and mugs that really do go to town on the taking it to 11 blast of oral pleasure that is Billy's Replacement Speakers. But I'm really excited to show you these bargains, so come with me and I'll show you what I got and where you can get them from too. It's that time of the year again when a lot of manufacturers are starting to announce new models and new ranges for the coming year ahead. And that is invariably accompanied by price rises. And I get a lot of people asking me, Jenny, how can people afford to keep buying models if their budgets are so squeezed? Well, actually, I've been out there and taken a good look at what is available brand new so you don't have to. And today, I've chanced upon a model shop that we've talked about before on this segment, but it always amazes me that they still have so many of these great priced brand new items. Now, the first model that I bought from there, I've bought 3 today that I'm going to be looking at, is this Southern Railway Mansell coach. As you can see, I paid £23.75 brand new. This is new old stock from Hereford Model Centre, and it is a full modern spec standard coach with all the detail that you would expect, but at less than half the current RRP. I've got a catalogue number of R4390, and this is a first class coach number 7211. So this is perfect for anybody who's modelling the Big Four period or even into the very early British Rail period. And certainly one of the models that was announced from the all-new Hornby range was this, and of course the two would probably run quite nicely together, with the Southern Railway stock mingling with the very early British Railways lettered locomotives, so it does have a great deal of flexibility. I'm going to get this model now out of the box and take a good close look, and just to prove that I'm the first person who's ever opened this box, even though it's probably been on the shelf for quite a little while, I'm going to have to just very carefully use my little trick with my metal ruler just to open that up. And we are going to put full details for Hereford Model Centre down in the description box. We've got no affiliation with them, but it's one of those public service things, I think, that modelers who are cash starved really need to know that you don't have to spend a huge amount of money to get some really great items into your collection. These come with the separate, I think they're coach name boards, and then we've also got those close link couplings that are a like-for-like replacement into the NEM pockets. Just going to put those to one side and then Just going to open this up and get rid of the packaging. And it really is that full spec, modern style, super detail coach with the full corridor ends on there. Look at the detail that is on this coach and all of that finish. This comes from, I suppose, when prices were a lot less coming in from China. The RRP for this coach is probably about double what I've just paid for it, and that is not a discounted price. It's simply a case that it is new old stock. We've even got sprung buffers and slimline tension locks with a self-centering mechanism on there. Full metal wheels. This really is a something special coach, and actually it'll go really nicely with some of the other items that I've got, including the schools class locomotive, the full fat Hornby super detail one, which I also got from the same source when I told you about the bargains that I was finding. So it just goes to show that if you look around, they are out there. It really is a nice coach, but it's not the only item that I picked up, and there was a really good choice of not just coaches, but wagons and even locomotives at prices that actually really do look quite competitive compared to the prices that brand new stock is announced to be coming through at. The next item I've got is another Mansell coach, but this one is in the Br Southern Region green. So this kind of leapfrogs the blood and custard livery that would have been in between and takes us right up to the end of the lifespan of these coaches, probably late 50s, early 60s, and these would therefore have mingled with some of the diesels and the last of British Rail steam. Again, you can see new old stock from Hereford Model Centre. I only paid £23.75. So let's just look to the catalogue number. We've got R4303A, BR Mansell Corridor First Class Coach 7228. And again, I'm the first person to come and get this out of the box. So I'm going to use this little trick of just a metal rule underneath, and then you can just flick out the tabs so you can open a box without damaging it. As I said before, these are the full fat super detail Hornby coaches that are still in the current Hornby range. Again, just like before, we've got that extra detailing pack, and you can see actually that they've been in stock a long time because the actual packaging does go a little bit yellow with age, but there is no degradation on the model itself, and that is the important thing. So you can see there, again, we've got that wonderful finish, all of the detail, including separately fitted handles on the doors. Just look at the detail on these sprung buffers. We've got that self-centering coupling mechanism. We've got the metal wheels. Everything about this is full spec, high spec, and we're getting this at prices that are around half of the RRP. So again, it just goes to show, have a really good browse and see what you can find. Now, this particular shop is not the only one I've found out there, but certainly it's the example that I'm showing you today. The final item that I got from there, I thought I'd go for a wagon. So I've gone for one of the XGWR Shunters trucks. And on this you can see I only paid £8.65. I think quite a lot of other shops are selling these for more than double that price, if not triple. And these are actually really quite good wagon, and they did last quite long. I have actually seen pictures of Class 8 shunters, places like Foy, still using these up certainly into the 1970s. Now, I did notice that Hereford Model Centre had quite a few different versions. You can get them in Great Western Railway livery and also BR livery, such as this one, lettered up for different locations. I chose Park Royal because it's somewhere that I do remember from the days of having childhood Hornby 00, and the super detail Western Region brake van was marked up as returned to Park Royal, which is the main reason that attracted me to this particular example. R6643A, Br Shunters Truck, and these are still in the catalogue. I don't think that they've been announced for this year, but certainly these are a high-spec, fully new-tooled model that came out with a great deal of fanfare, and certainly I've already got a few of these. I actually paid more than this for the other ones that I've got, but this again, brand new in box. It's never been out of the box, and just a really great example that you don't need to pay huge amounts of money to get items of rolling stock. There were locomotives there as well. Do go and have a browse just to see what there was. And you can actually get the high-spec modern models without paying the high-price modern prices that unfortunately increases in costs from China have left us all having to pay for the all-new models coming through. Just as a final aside, and because this is about bargains, I do want to also mention another shop, which is Arcadia Models. This is Tim over at Shaw, and I do mention this an awful lot, and it's quite interesting, and I want to highlight this locomotive again. This is the Hornby Full Fat M7, and the reason that I keep showing this is that I bought this second hand for around a third of what the price is of exactly this model announced in the new catalogue, with this running number in this unusual livery with British Railways spelt out on the tanks. And it's an example that a lot of model shops, not just Arcadia Models, but they do have a good one, have a really great range of second hand as well. And quite often you can pick up models such as these for a lot less than current RRP, and it's always well worth going and having a look and seeing what your local model shop has to offer. And it's a great way that you can support them and help to keep them to be there when you need them for the paints, the detailing parts, that pack of rail joiners. And it's a great way that you can get a bargain and you can help them to stay in business. Well, I hope you really enjoyed today's video, and don't forget that we've got a link down below that takes you to Hereford Model Centre, and like I said in the video, it's not an affiliate link. We're in no way affiliated with Hereford Model Centre, and we don't make any money if you follow that link and buy anything from that site. But what I can say is that I want to share with you these really great bargain priced items, new old stock that I found. And I think it is important because so many people do struggle to afford the new models. So I just wanted to show you that if you're prepared to hunt around, there are some great shops out there that have some really affordable high-spec models for you. If you really enjoyed today's video, do share in the comments down below anywhere where you've spotted some incredible bargains. Help out a fellow modeler and put them on to where they can pick up some great new old stock. But until next time, this is me, Jenny Kirk, saying you take great care of yourself. I look forward to seeing you then. Happy modelling. Bye for now. Today's video is sponsored by Trainomatic, makers of DCC decoders designed to be fully compatible with every manufacturer's locomotive. Visit train-o-matic.com to browse the full range and see what they've got suitable for you. I'd like to send out a huge thanks to everybody who supports me on Patreon, and an extra special huge thanks goes out to Anthony Kidson, Offshore Allen, Michael Lockie, Helen Sink, Gary Lewis, David Quinn, Sparky 107107, George Botterini, Chris Moss, Robert Steers, MD of San Juan Model Company and Grantline Products, Sam Yates, Dale Williams, John N. from NC, NYMRish, Jonathan Foster, Peter, Clifford Ison, Larry W. Grant, NI Railways 4000 class, Ian Coulson, and Alan Dickerson. Thank you. Without you guys, I couldn't do this.